For more than 50 years, no human being has traveled out to the moon and come back. Now that silence is about to end. NASA is preparing to send 4 astronauts farther from Earth than any crew has gone in generations. Not to land, not yet, but to do something almost more unsettling. To prove that human beings can survive deep space again. Because Artemis II is not just another launch. It is a test of whether we can leave Earth's safety, cross the darkness between worlds, swing around the moon, and come home alive. That is what makes this mission so gripping. It is not a victory lap. It is a rehearsal on the edge of danger, a mission where everything has to work. The rocket, the capsule, the life support, the navigation, the crew. Because once they are far from Earth, there is no fast rescue, no turning around in minutes, only distance, only systems, only trust. And that is why Artemis II may become one of the most important space missions of our time. Many people will hear about Artemis II and think this is a moon landing. It is not. This mission is a crewed lunar flyby. 4 astronauts, Reid Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, will launch aboard NASA's Orion spacecraft on the Space Launch System rocket, travel out around the moon, and return to Earth on an approximately 10-day mission. That may sound simple, but it is not simple at all. Because Artemis II is the first time NASA will send astronauts on SLS and Orion together. This is the first real human test of the systems that are supposed to carry people back into deep space. And that means the mission is about more than just getting near the moon. It is about proving that the spacecraft can protect a crew, that Orion can sustain life, that the rocket can deliver them safely, that deep space operations can work with real people on board. In other words, Artemis II is the moment space exploration stops being theory again and becomes human, not a simulation, not a concept image, not an unmanned test. Human beings, inside the machine, betting their lives that it will work. Low Earth orbit is one thing. Astronauts there are still relatively close to home, close to support, close to rescue options, close to Earth. Artemis II is different. This crew will leave that comfort behind and head into deep space. That changes everything. Distance becomes a threat. Time becomes a threat. Radiation becomes a threat. Every system inside Orion suddenly matters more than ever. That is what makes Artemis II so powerful as a story. It is not just a mission about exploration. It is a mission about exposure. Exposure to space as it really is. Cold, silent, unforgiving. The astronauts will not land on the moon, but they will go around it. And that means they will step back into a region of space where human presence has been absent for decades. There is something haunting about that. 4 people inside one spacecraft, traveling through the dark with Earth shrinking behind them and the moon rising ahead. No city lights, no atmosphere, no margin for carelessness. Just the crew, their training, and the thin shell separating life from the void. That is why Artemis II does not feel like a normal space mission. It feels like humanity testing its courage against distance itself. And maybe that is the most important part. Artemis II is not just hardware, it is people. Reid Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, Jeremy Hansen, 4 astronauts who will carry not only NASA's hopes, but the emotional weight of returning humans to deep space. For the public, this mission will look cinematic. The giant rocket, the countdown, the launch, the moon. But for the crew, it will be intensely personal. Every checklist matters. Every procedure matters. Every breath matters. Because this is the kind of mission where small problems can become big ones very quickly. And yet that is exactly why it matters. Human exploration has always demanded risk. Not reckless risk, but the kind of risk that comes with crossing a boundary our species has not crossed in far too long. Artemis II is a reminder that exploration is never just about machines. It is about people choosing to go anyway, choosing to leave the world behind, choosing to face uncertainty, choosing to push the line a little farther into the dark. And if they succeed, they will not just circle the moon. They will reopen a path the world has been waiting to see again. If Artemis II works, it changes the future, because this mission is not the end goal. It is the proving ground, the step that has to succeed before the next steps become real. More missions, more lunar operations, a long-term human return to the moon, and beyond that, the deeper dream, Mars. That is why this flight carries so much weight. It is not just about 4 astronauts. It is about whether humanity can truly begin moving outward again. For years, space exploration has often felt distant, political, technical, abstract. Artemis II changes that, because suddenly it becomes simple again. A crew, a spacecraft, a journey around the moon, and one enormous question: are we ready to go back? That is what makes this mission so compelling. Not just the visuals, not just the scale, not just the history, but the feeling that we are standing at the edge of a new era. An era where the moon stops being a memory from the Apollo age and becomes real again. And if Artemis II succeeds, history will remember it as the moment humanity looked into deep space once more and decided it was time to return.